Mental health is everybody's business.
It is. We all have it, don't we? If we were to have a blank sheet of paper, though, would we configure mental health services the way that they are configured currently? We've spent 30 years working in adult mental health. We've been very passionate about it, but actually, we think there's something wrong.
We offer at the moment a reactive service rather than proactive.
And if you always do
what you always did,
you'll always get
what you always got.
It's true. You go round and round and round in circles.
In 2010, we came up with a group which we called the Decider, which incorporates 32 CBT, that's cognitive behaviour therapy, and DBT, dialectical behaviour therapy, 32 key skills to help people that had severe and complex mental health problems. We put a manual to go with the skills to help trainers to further teach the skills to other clients.
In this year, we were awarded the British Journal of Nursing Mental Health Nurse of the Year Award. It's a national award for this project.
The comments that we've had from the clients that have completed the course have been things like,
it's really memorable.
It's empowering.
It's effective.
It's for everyone.
It's affirming.
Positive.
Common sense.
Practical.
Life-changing.
Helpful.
But most of all, fun, because mental health can be very difficult, very serious, and I think we need a bit of fun in there.
You're getting a more serious talk today. You're not going to see much fun. So sorry to disappoint you. But at every course, there's always at least one client that says, I wish I'd had the skills when I was young. And if I'd had these skills when I was young, maybe I wouldn't have gone on to have the problems that I have had.
For us, that's been a real kind of light bulb moment.
So we went on to further develop the Decider, and we've simplified them, and we've chosen 12 key life skills.
It's called the Decider because people have to decide which skill to use. It's the Decider that wins the game.
So those are the 12 key life skills. Some of them are acronyms. So
it's a proactive approach to mental health.
Emotions are a human experience. We all experience emotions every day.
There's been a few in this room today. Some of them make us feel quite chirpy, happy, positive, good. But some of them make us feel quite angry, upset, worried, negative. They can make us feel awful emotion. And it's those negative, awful emotions that we need to learn to be able to manage.
But at the moment, there is no formal teaching in our schools.
Fire drill, that came out of a fire in a school in the USA, 1958. Huge school, lots of children were killed or badly burned. The government at that time didn't put their resources into burns treatment because that would have been stupid. What they did was put their effort, time and money into fire drill. Our own internal fire, the fire of emotion, that's the one that's going to burn us every day of our lives. And yet we're never taught formally how to manage that. And yet every year for children, we give them fire drill. We had it at the beginning today when the conference opened. Yet that internal fire, the fire of emotion, we never get involved with it until something goes wrong.
We know that mental health problems in young people are increasing. We heard the stats earlier. 1 in 3 of us at any one time suffer from a mental health problem, and that includes children. That's 1 or 2 in every classroom.
When we say 1 in 3 of us, it's not just one person and that's them for the rest of their lives and the other 2 are always going to be okay. Mental health problems are, they come, they go. So at some point it might be number 1, other points it will be number 2 or number 3. At some point, mental health problems will touch all of us.
We have to do things differently.
Because if you always do
What
you always did, you'll always get what you always got. It's true.
So the Decider life skills are 12 key life skills which we believe all our children need. We all need, adults too.
We'd like to teach children between the ages of 8 and 11. That seems a really good time for us. At 8, your brain is spongiform. You can really take on lots of information. Up to 11, because after 11, a whole new fire kicks in. The fire of hormones. So we could get it in there. It's a nice window of opportunity.
We want our children to have the 5 R's, not just the 3 R's.
We do. We want them to be resilient. We want them to be happy and resilient, actually. We want them to be able to bounce back when things go wrong.
We want them to be robust, to have their own inner strength that they can rely on.
We want them to be reflective, to be able to look back and make changes when required.
We want them to be resourceful, to have their own inner resources.
And we want them to be responsible for themselves, each other, and our world, our environment. The fizz is where it starts. So noticing your fizz, the physical symptomology in your body when something is going wrong. We've been hearing about that all day today. But noticing that fizz, something physical is going on. It's that mind-body connection. I'm feeling the fizz. It tells me something's happening in my body, causing an emotional change.
So as soon as we notice that fizz, we can start to use those skills. And the first skill is stop. It's CBT, cognitive behaviour therapy, in a nutshell, and it's the skill on which all the other skills are built on. Just to stop, take a breath, observe that fizz, pull back, and then practice what works and choose which other skill to use. Choose the best thing to do for that situation.
The skills are taught creatively. We use fun, we use music, we use demonstrations and visuals to back up the skills. We've got good evidence base for all of them. It will pass is another. Emotion passes. It never stays with you. It will come, it will go.
Right now, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We use it to help control our fizz, to get a handle on it and to try and focus our attention. It's a very mindful skill. 5 things we can see, 4 we can hear, 3 we can touch or feel, 2 we can smell or like the smell of, 1 slow, deep breath. You can use it for coping with distress, but we can also use it as a mindful skill, wherever we are.
Naming the emotion, because we're not very good at that. We need to learn, and we can teach people.
Opposite action, because if we learnt to name the emotion, we understand the automatic responses we get with those emotions, and therefore we can make more use of opposite action and do the opposite to what we impulsively would normally do.
Fact or opinion, because often we get caught up in opinions, not facts.
Self-care, because we need to take care of our physical bodies to help improve our resilience against mental distress.
Values, our internal compass. It tells us if we're going the right way. It will also tell us if we're going the wrong way.
Listen. We need to listen in order to hear what other people are saying. We need to show that we're listening to other people. It's the first skill of getting on with other people, interpersonal effectiveness.
Respect, because the more you give, the more you get.
And crystal clear, getting to the point, assertive communication.
and being able to reflect, to look back on situations, learn from them, take the good, do more, take the not so good and maybe do less or do it differently.
The skills are adaptable. So although we teach them in a certain way, the teachers or clinicians or whoever we're training can go out and do what they like with them and just gear them for their group of people that they're teaching.
And we've been teaching lots of people. Everybody in HSSD, so working in health, our community services. We've also been going into the prison and working with schools and education.
Above all, the skills are fun, and the feedback that we've had is the fun that makes the difference. It's the fun that makes the skills memorable, and we have an awful lot of it.
There's lots of people in the audience, actually, looking around here today that have done our programme, our Decider skills. I think they're effective, don't you? Yay!
What we want, can you imagine a child in the centre and these skills, these essential key life skills, being reinforced and taught at home, in health settings, in social settings, at work and in education? And if they were taught and reinforced in all those different domains, what a difference it would make to that young person growing up.
It's exactly the same as fire drill. Exactly the same. Internal fire drill. It is a dream. We have a dream. We have a big dream. We'd like to teach everybody these skills. We think they're a real necessity. We hope you do too.
Thank you.